guys. Hi guys, today is Tuesday, April the 21st, and today we are going to compare different candidates of America's Got Talent. Have you already chosen your favorite candidate? Today we are just going to say which one is more interesting than the other, which one is better than the other. So you remember, we saw 4 candidates. The first candidate is Anna. She's 11 years old and she can play the piano and she can sing. The second candidate is Darby. She is 5 years old and she can stunt. The third candidate is Jeremy. He is 7 years old and he can play the guitar and, well, can he really sing? Well, he sings in the video anyway. And the fourth candidate is Daniela, and we don't know how old she is, but she can definitely dance. So the first thing we're going to compare is their ages, okay? So for example, if we take Anna, Anna is 11 years old, and we have Darby, Darby is 5 years old, okay? So the first thing we can say that Anna is older than Darby, okay? So we can say that Anna is older than Darby. And as you can see, I am using the adjective old. Old has just one syllable. Old, just like the adjective young, one syllable. And for this reason, I'm putting ER at the end of the adjective, and that makes older. Older than Darby. But we can take many other examples. We can say, for example, that Anna is older than Jeremy. And we can say that Jeremy is older than Darby as well. Okay, so that's what for the short adjectives. Old, one syllable. And I remind you that it works with young. Young means jeune, okay? And young is one adjective. And for example, we can say that Darby is younger than Jeremy, because we remember that Jeremy is 7 years old and Darby is 5 years old. So we can say that Darby is younger than Jeremy. Darby est plus jeune que Jeremy. Talented means doué, talentueux. And as you can see, talented has 3 syllables, all right? So this time we are going to compare the different candidates with their talent. I think, this is my opinion, I think Anna is the best. But for the moment, we just compare the other candidates. For example, let's say Jeremy and Daniela, all right? I think that Daniela, she is, where's my pen? I think she is more talented than Jeremy, all right? Okay, so I really think that Daniela is more talented than Jeremy. I think she dances better. Jeremy is not a good singer, all right? So she is more talented than Jeremy. Conclusion, when you want to compare 2 things, you have to say, in French, what we say, plus que. Here we are going to use 2 different ways. And to choose one way or the other, you have to count the syllables. For example, you say, let's say small. We say young. We say old. That's just 1 syllable. If we say talented, if we say amazing, if we say, let's say, impressive, impressionnant. These are 3 syllables, for example, impressive. That's what you have to look at when you want to decide if you are going to use way number 1 or way number 2. One way is adding at the end of the adjective. For example, you are going to say older than, or bigger than, or shyer than. That's the first solution. The second solution is putting more in front of your adjective. For example, you're going to say that this person is more talented than the other. You are going to say that she's more amazing than the other person. Okay, so for the moment, we just say this and that. Okay, plus que, more than. You never forget than after. Que, plus que. All right. You know why I like Jeremy? Not because he's very talented. I like him because he's so funny. Funny. 2 syllables. Funny. But, for example, I take another adjective. Patient. These are 2 syllables as well. In English, it's a problem. This one finishes by a Y, Y. So we are going to consider that this is like a short adjective. So we are going to say that Jeremy is funny, a change, funnier than another candidate. But we are going to say, for example, that Anna is more patient than, let's say, Daniela, who looks very impatient to me, okay? So don't forget, okay? Funny is 2 syllables with a Y at the end. Originally, you had a Y. So 2 syllables and a Y. It's like a short adjective, but 2 syllables and not a Y, it's like a long adjective. And just because life is sometimes so difficult, we have 3 exceptions to remember. The first one is good, and good is a very important adjective to remember when you compare your candidates, because you want to know which candidate is going to be, where is my green pen? What candidate is going to be better than the other one, okay? And here you compare, better is the adjective from good, okay? So if you want to say that, for example, Anna is more good, beautiful, than Jeremy, you are going to say that Anna is better than Jeremy. So that's our first exception. Good becomes better. But we have 2 more exceptions, okay? The second exception is bad. Bad, mauvais, it becomes worse than. That's our second exception. That's over here. Worse than. And we have a third exception, which is far. For example, if you want to go to America's Got Talent, you have to go to New York, and it's very far. And this has as well a different comparative, which is further than. Of course, don't forget the than at the end. So these are our 3 exceptions. As a conclusion for today, you have to remember that you must look at 2 things when you want to compare 2 things of 2 people. You have to count the number of syllables you have in your adjectives. Example, small, 1 syllable. Example, happy, 2 syllables. Example, patient, 2 syllables. Example, amazing, 3 syllables. Incredible, 4 syllables. If there is 1 syllable or 2 syllables, but it finishes by Y, Y, you put than, than, smaller than, happier than. And if you have 2 syllables not finishing by ER or 3, 4, 5 syllables, you have to put more in front of the adjective and not change the adjective. For example, more amazing than. And now it's time to do your exercises for a very simple reason, because once we have compared all these candidates, we will have to make a choice. And tomorrow we will choose who is the best candidate. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.